Hi traders and welcome to the PL Capital Market Review. Today is Friday, October 6th, 3:30 Central Time. Markets are now closed except for the futures market. In this video, we're going to look at the S&P, Nasdaq, and the Russell. So let's start. All right, we're going to start with the upcoming economic calendar, and it's a big week. Monday, Tuesday, and into Wednesday, you got a lot of Fed speakers. Who knows what they'll say and what the market reaction will be, but going later into the week is where the big stuff happens. Wednesday, you got PPI and FOMC minutes, which will definitely move the market. Never sure why, but it does. Thursday, core inflation, CPI. And Friday, we got consumer sentiment. So really going to be, the big one will be Thursday with the inflation numbers coming out. But definitely Wednesday will be a moving day too. So be ready on those days for a lot of volatility. All right, let's go on to the charts. All right, here's the S&P. This is the futures contract. Looking at the 2-hour chart. So last week we were over in this range, and the way this came down, I was looking at this like it was going to be, instead of ABC, it was actually going to be WX. And I thought this was a Y, and then because they came up only in 3 waves, and then they kind of started chopping down, I thought they were going to come up and break that 43.71 one more time. I thought that was going to be an X wave and we would come down for a Z wave. So just the labeling is all that really changes. It went down, but it looks to me now that there's the possibility that we're done, because we have the A, B, and then 1, 2, 3. That just ended up being a 4. They didn't go up and break it again, and then they came down and then ending diagonal for 5 waves. So that for now, because as we look at the Nasdaq, I'm still not totally convinced that we're done. So as it stands right now, this is a 3, 3, and a 5. Now this could change because this 5-wave move, this piece right here could all be correction, and then one more down, and then we got something bigger going on, because then it could be we're in the start of like a leading diagonal actually, and then you got 3 waves here for 1, 3 wave for 2, and then if they do come back and break 42.35, they come down in 3 waves there, that'd be 1, 2, 3, then that could be 3, which would not be good if you're a bull, because then that means we got the potential of going a lot farther down. So as it stands now, I've got it labeled ABC, and so this area is going to be really crucial. Now today was obviously massive reversal day, just exploded up. So now we got to see, early next week, what happens in this range. Do they just give a little correction and then continue up? Because as I see it right now, I have a 3, and it looks, like this was just so impulsive. So that's a 335. So that could be just a correction, actually. It could be just a big, massive head fake, getting everyone bullish, thinking that the low is in. So that's why I say, well, actually, let me remove this line, because that line doesn't mean anything. I can't declare that the low is in. So we really need to see like a correction and then still more up before this would look like it's the start of the next wave all the way up to go break the top. So this is going to be a little tricky right in this range until we get confirmation one way or the other. So just be ready for that. So when we look at the Nasdaq, here's the reason why I'm not entirely sure that we're done going down. Because I have this as a W, X, and a Y. And the Nasdaq, they came down close on Wednesday, but they didn't take out that 14,586 low. And so what I see is there was this WXY, and then they came down in three waves, just a big ABC. And so right now, all we have is 3, 3, and 5. So there's a potential, because this, this is a WXY, there's a potential that this is actually the X wave, and then they come down for the Z wave. So there is that potential. So that's why trading these markets early next week is going to be really tricky, because I can make a case for either one, that this WXY, that's all the correction, and and maybe this is the start of a leading diagonal, and that's one, and then maybe they'll come down for 2, but then go back up, for 3, 4, and 5. But I could also make the case that either the X wave is in, or they're near completion of this X wave, but then they're going to come ripping down and take out that low one more time. So can't make a call either way right now. It's just this is going to be tricky right here. So, but I definitely like if they do just make a little 3-wave correction, but then they come back up and take out 15,160, just like on the S&P, then it's looking like they're probably creating a leading diagonal, and we're going up. But obviously, the more they push down next week, I think that low might be in jeopardy for one more wave down. And then when we look at the Russell, so the Russell, as I said in last week's video, was looking for 5 waves down, and we didn't have it yet, but now we do. Now the Russell, just like the Nasdaq and S&P, this 5th wave might not be done. I could see them here's 1, 2, and maybe this is all just 3, 4, and then they'll come down one more time, 5, but they can't take out 1703, because I still see this. I gotta go out to the daily. Still see this as a triangle. So A, B, C should be hitting D, and then going up for E. So just like the other indexes, this is a tricky area to trade. If they give you a little 3-wave correction and then start going up, I think D is in, and we're going all the way up for E. But there is a potential that they take out this 1720 low one more time, but don't break 1703, and then reverse. So yeah, all the markets are in a tricky spot as I see it. Need a little bit more confirmation that this on all the indexes that the low is in. Need a correction and still more up to have a more bullish outlook. So little tricky, I think, next week, and with the data points coming out, I mean, we'll know for sure. I definitely think CPI will, and maybe FOMC too. One of those will be a catalyst for one way or the other. So hang on to your hats. I think it's going to be a wild ride next week. All right, that's how I see the markets. Hope that helps. Thanks for watching. Good luck, and see you in the next video.